Hello students, acolytes and apprentices of the Force. I welcome you back to another Star Wars holocron. Today we will learn about Darth Plagueis, a Sith Lord who shaped the galaxy and led the Sith to the overthrow of the Jedi Order. In a galaxy far, far away, on the desolate moon of Megiddo, a young Force-sensitive named Higo Damask lived a seemingly ordinary life. Little did he know that his fate was about to take a dark and treacherous turn. It was here that he was noticed by the enigmatic Sith Lord, Darth Tenebrous, who saw the potential in the young man. Under Tenebrous's watchful eye, Higo Damask was initiated into the ways of the dark side of the Force. He displayed an uncanny talent for manipulating midi-chlorians, the microscopic entities that connected all living things to the Force. This talent would later become the cornerstone of his power. As the years passed, Higo Damask's connection to the dark side grew stronger, and he was granted a new name, Darth Plagueis. Plagueis and Tenebrous worked tirelessly to unravel the secrets of the Force, with Plagueis becoming increasingly obsessed with the idea of achieving immortality through midi-chlorian manipulation. However, their alliance was not without its conflicts. Plagueis began to resent the rule of two, a Sith doctrine that limited the Sith to only two members at any given time, a master and an apprentice. His hunger for power and knowledge drove a wedge between him and his master, Darth Tenebrous. Their pivotal moment came during a mission to the planet Baldemnik, where they inspected mining facilities for a precious material known as cortosis. Plagueis, sensing an opportunity to eliminate his master, manipulated events to cause a massive explosion. He made it appear as though he was trying to save Tenebrous, but in reality he had orchestrated his master's death. Darth Tenebrous, in his final moments, realized Plagueis's treachery, and with his dying breath, he warned that Plagueis's quest for power would lead to his downfall. In that moment, as his master lay crushed under the rubble of the explosion, Plagueis snapped his neck, ending his rule. Plagueis returned to his homeworld, Megiddo, and resumed his business at Mask Holdings, a front for his dark activities. During a heated meeting with influential figures from the intergalactic banking clan, Plagueis threatened their lives, forcing them to reveal valuable information about a large plasma load on the planet Naboo. With newfound knowledge and power, Plagueis set his sights on Naboo, a planet on the verge of becoming a thriving hub of intergalactic trade. Little did he know that his destiny would become inexorably intertwined with a young political prodigy named Sheev Palpatine, who was destined for greatness in the galaxy's political arena. Palpatine, hailing from the planet Naboo, stood out with his cunning intellect and extraordinary Force potential. Plagueis couldn't resist the opportunity to mold this young politician into a formidable Sith Lord. As Plagueis became a mentor and father figure to Palpatine, he saw immense potential in his apprentice. Palpatine, however, had his own personal issues, particularly with his family, who opposed his political ambitions. In a fit of anger, he coldly eliminated his entire family, solidifying his commitment to the dark side. Plagueis reveled in his role as Palpatine's mentor, teaching him the ways of the Sith, including the manipulation of midi-chlorians. Together, they embarked on a journey to accumulate power and dismantle the Republic and the Jedi Order. During this time, Palpatine's political career soared as he became a senator for Naboo. Secretly, he eliminated political opponents who stood in his way, all while Plagueis continued to nurture his apprentice's dark side abilities. As Plagueis and Palpatine reached the zenith of their power, the galaxy stood on the brink of change. The two Sith Lords had infiltrated the highest echelons of power within the Republic. Palpatine's ascent to become Supreme Chancellor seemed inevitable, but as their influence spread, a new revelation emerged. A slave boy named Anakin Skywalker, discovered by Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn on the desert planet of Tatooine. Anakin possessed the highest midi-chlorian count ever recorded, leading Plagueis to believe that this child was a product of his own midi-chlorian manipulation, created purely from the Force. Plagueis was convinced that Anakin was the key to achieving his ultimate goal. However, Palpatine saw Anakin as a potential ally and did not want Plagueis to interfere with his plans. This marked the beginning of a rift between master and apprentice. The tension between master and apprentice escalated until one fateful night. However, they both celebrated Palpatine's political success, so Palpatine manipulated Plagueis into getting drunk. Plagueis, following a rare moment of contentment, allowed himself to become inebriated and fell into a deep sleep, the first in over 2 decades. It was during this moment of vulnerability that Sidious struck. Using the Force, Sidious unleashed a torrent of deadly energy upon his slumbering master. He tortured Plagueis with devastating Force lightning, a cruel reminder of his betrayal. In his final moments, Plagueis, still conscious, felt his life slipping away at the hands of the very apprentice he had groomed for power. Sidious gloated about his own rise to supremacy, revealing how he had manipulated Plagueis and how he would become the most powerful Sith Lord the galaxy had ever seen. Plagueis's last thoughts were of anger and betrayal, and he died, tormented and defeated, at the hands of the treacherous Sidious. After this brutal act, Sidious believed himself to be free of his former master's influence. However, he was haunted by an overwhelming sense of unease and darkness. He couldn't shake the feeling that Plagueis's malevolent presence still lingered, even beyond death. As Sidious ascended to the position of Supreme Chancellor, with the galaxy teetering on the brink of war, he looked back on his journey with Plagueis. He couldn't help but wonder if it was indeed his old master reaching out to him through the Force, or if it was simply the weight of his own sins that tormented him. The story of Darth Plagueis, a Sith Lord of unmatched intellect and ambition, had come to an end. His quest for immortality had ultimately consumed him, leading to his demise at the hands of his apprentice, Darth Sidious. Plagueis's legacy lived on, a dark chapter in the history of the Sith, forever shrouded in mystery and intrigue. And so, the Sith's relentless pursuit of power continued, casting a long shadow over the galaxy, with Darth Sidious at the helm, orchestrating the rise of the Galactic Empire and the fall of the Jedi Order. But what do you think of Darth Plagueis and his story? As always, my friends, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you. Check out my store. We have Star Wars merchandise available. Have a great day.